One of the things as we were going through this, Neil, that struck me, our restaurant guy had a call 2.5 years ago when Chipotle had its food scare. One of the questions that sort of struck me over the last week or so, is this Facebook's Chipotle moment? I mean, is the brand at risk? What do you think about that?
Well, a Chipotle moment is interesting because what it does, it's a moment at which everyone begins to see the brand in a different way, right? So everyone saw Chipotle originally as, oh my gosh, they're fresh and they're natural and they're organic and they're local and oh my God, it's like everything I want in food, right? But then suddenly with the Chipotle, they all began to say, oh, yeah, organic, natural, and they began to merge in their minds with kind of unregulated, no one knows what's in it, decentralized, no one's looking at it. And keep in mind that millennials are very risk averse. And as soon as they find out that Big Brother and all the paternal institutions that are supposed to be looking out for them are not looking out for them, suddenly, oh my God, this might be dangerous. So that's what I think we're talking about Chipotle movement, when it's the same brand, but people see it kind of a slightly different, right? A slightly different angle. And suddenly it doesn't look so good anymore. And I think the answer is yes. I think that in this world today, when certainly through the 90s and the 00s, everyone thought that being connected was nothing but positive. It would make us all kind of more liberal and progressive and trusting and open and smarter. And I mean, I could go on and on. Bill Clinton used to say back in the 1990s that the internet would ultimately undermine all authoritarian regimes around the world, right? That was back when everyone believed in Francis Fukuyama and the end of history, that it would undermine these regimes. And now we see au contraire. Totalitarian regimes can make brilliant use of social media to galvanize and strengthen their power. They can use the power of the dark side, right? And they see that. And here's the problem: is the great Robert Putnam, probably America's greatest sociologist. I don't know, he may be retiring soon, but he wrote, Bowling Alone and all these great books in sociology. He used to say that there are two kinds of trust. There's two very different kinds of trust. There is bridging trust and there is bonding trust. Bonding trust is what makes us trust each people in our own group more. Our family, our neighborhood, the little group the little platoon that we already associate with, we trust them more. That's bonding trust. Bridging trust, and this is what we expect kind of liberal democratic institutions to do, is to allow us to trust more people outside our group, right? That made possible the American high, the America created by the greatest generation. They had a tremendous amount of bonding trust. Bridging trust. They could reach out and bridge across. I mean, their political parties were amalgamations of all different kinds of groups. This is the danger, is that people see Facebook now and a lot of social media sites as encouraging not bridging trust, but solely and exclusively bonding trust. In fact, making bonding more and more exclusive, pulling us down those obsessive rabbit holes that I was talking about.